Okay, I wanted to go to the Richmond, Virginia bottle show this weekend, but nobody wanted to give me a ride and I didn't feel like driving 130 miles. But this following day there was a nice auction that had a lot of good bottles. So I picked up some good stuff. Check this one out. I never saw one of these for sale on eBay or at any of the bottle shows. It's in the book for $100, but since they never show up, I think it's got to be worth about $125. They sold a flat with 9 bottles in it. I bid $175 to get these. This one is from Sanford, North Carolina. I think it's in the book for only $65. But I rarely ever see any of these either, so I'm gonna say it's worth more like $75. And another really great Pepsi. It's blown in a mold. Tall, skinny one. Circa 1912. And it is from Cheraw, South Carolina. It's a pretty rare one. It's in the book for $150. It's worth at least that much still. Nothing wrong with that one. And then I picked up this one in that group. It's the peanut shaped one. And it does have the town name on it. It says Durham. It's in the book for $100. And it's in mint condition. And then this Pepsi, it's from 1926 supposedly. I figured they would have switched to the drum bottle or the peanut bottle by that point. But this one's from Orange, Virginia. It's in the book for $50. But it has a little bit of chippage along the top edge. So I'll say it's worth $35 now. And then I got this Hutch soda in the lot with it. It seems to be pretty much in mint condition. It's from Greensboro. I haven't seen one of these on eBay the last 6 months, so I don't really know what it's worth. I'm just gonna say probably $60. And the others are not very exciting. This Thomasville, North Carolina is probably only worth $10 or $12. And then this Leighton Boss Milk from Greensboro. It is kind of odd because it says chocolated dairy drink. I don't know what it's worth. I'm just gonna say maybe $10. No, we'll say it's worth $15. And then for some reason there's this whiskey bottle in the lot. It's blown in a mold about 1910 or 11. It's only from Cincinnati, but it's definitely going to turn purple and it's got to be worth at least $15, right? So I added them up and it came to $580. I bid $175 plus 10% buyer's premium. And then I'll include a little bit of the gas money. So I'll say I have $200 invested into that lot. Might be able to get as much as $600 out of it eventually. So that's a nice score to be able to triple your money on that. So hopefully I can get $600 for those. Just gotta polish them up for a few days. But that's a pretty good investment, but I probably will want to keep a couple of those. Okay, one more. This one got overlooked. I put it in a different box. It's a really pretty common one and it's got some problems with it. That and that. So it's probably only worth $10. It says not for sale right there. That's kind of unusual. Then I got this refrigerator bottle. Nice and clean. It's kind of got that depression glass green color to it. So I thought for $10 that's probably a good deal. And I saw this milk bottle. Somebody put it up on the block and said they wanted to start it at $5. And he bid it up to $10 and I bid it up to $12.50. Just gambling on it. And then I find out it's really only worth maybe $14 or $15, so probably just gonna break even on this one. Then there was a bunch of bottles still on the table, and I set them all up there and said, let me start these all at $5 each. So I picked this one up for $5. It's a nice big ACL. I don't know, it's sort of so big that it's undesirable maybe. I can't figure how much it holds. Then I picked up this machine-made local Bullock, North Carolina bottle. I know for $5 you can't go wrong on that. It's another really big one. And this no deposit 32 ouncer. I've been collecting no deposits for 30 years and I don't have this one. Paint's kind of messed up on some parts of it though, but I'm sure it's still worth it. And a 16 ouncer. They're usually not very desirable at all, but this is a very rare one. Diet Right Lemon Cola, Lemon Lime. And then I got this little crock. It was only $5. It's missing the lid and there's no bale wire on it anymore, but I've actually sold one of these for something like $30 before, so I'm sure that was a pretty good deal right there. And somewhere in a lot I ended up getting this miniature Coke bottle that's still full. Kind of an added bonus because I wasn't really looking for this one. And here's all those jars. Haven't unwrapped them yet. And another giant box full right there. I'm going to unwrap all of these and show them to you one at a time if you want to stick around to watch. I just looked at my auction paperwork and I counted up how many I got, and I actually bought 70 of them. I bought 6 of them for $7.50 a piece. That's a really unique fancy embossing there, and I'm almost certain this one's going to turn purple. And that one, I gotta test these to see which ones are going to turn purple. And this one's rather interesting. And this one with a giant bubble in it. And this one I feel is going to turn purple. Green Mountain. That's a nice looking jar. And here's a 1858 jar. We're down to the $4 stuff right now. Yeah, about 17 jars at $4 a piece. Eureka! Looks like a foreign jar to me, but it says Boston, Massachusetts on it. Electric. I'm not positive that's the right insert for this one, but it's definitely an early one. 1890s. And then the famous wide mouth jar. And then a Michigan Mason. Haven't ever seen one of those before. Then a little 1858 with a big bubble in the middle. Banner, warranted. Then we got the older style top on that one. Probably 1890s. Well, at least it's got the proper lid on it. White Crown Mason. It's a nice early ground top one there. Alright, that was it for the $4 ones. Then I got a whole bunch of them for only $2 a piece, and this one's a really early one with the ground top. Can't believe I got it for only $2. Does have some little flakes off of it though, and the threading on it's kind of small. The lid just doesn't fit right. It falls right off if you try and pick it up by the top. Then we got a chef mason. Then this little bitty queen. A lot of these turn purple. I don't know if this one's going to or not. It looks a little newer. And this queen is a bigger, older one with a ground top, so that's definitely going to turn purple. Then we got the 4-leaf clover atlas. It's a pretty common jar actually, but for $2 I'm sure I can sell it for $5. Not sure if that's the right lid, but it fits it. And it's a beautiful embossing on there. Odd oval shaped. This one's even got a little note inside that says it's going to turn sun-colored amethyst. This is a really heavy jar. It's made of super thick glass. Not that exciting to look at, but for $2 couldn't go wrong. And these people obviously didn't know jars that well. The guy who got to buy the $3 bid, this guy bought something like 53 of them at $3 a piece. He took all the blue ones that were left. I ended up with a whole bunch of clear ones for $2, but a lot of them are going to turn purple. This one I'm sure is one of them. It's definitely a ground top from about $18.99. And the Acme shield. Can't go wrong for $2. And the climax. And this is nothing special, but I know it's worth more than $2. The gainer. Yeah, I don't have one of those in my collection. I'll probably end up keeping about half of these. And another queen jar. And another fairly common one. Just hoping it's going to turn purple. And this one says Ball Deluxe. But if you look closely you can see they altered it. It used to say Bale. And they chiseled away the mold or filled it in and made that E into a L. And the lamb mason, these are super common over here in North Carolina in the big size. The medium size are a little bit hard to find, and this is the smaller size. So for $2 that's a pretty good jar. And another one of these beautiful heavily embossed oval shaped. Hopefully it'll turn purple. And this one, the Pine Deluxe. Don't have one of those yet. And the hazel with the Anchor Hawking logo. This one's got a little bit of a blue tint to it. Turns out I got 47 of these jars for only $2 each. This one is the Mission. It's from California. It's got a little bit of aqua to it. And this one obviously was irradiated and doesn't even have the lid, but for $2 I figured I'll get it anyway. And the larger Mission Mason for the clear color. And another queen, just because it was cheap. And the ball square mason with the measuring device on it. I've only seen a couple of these in all my life. And a White House before they started actually putting the building picture on there. Some of these actually will turn purple, but I don't think this one's going to. Pretty sure that's a modern lid though. These usually have a very hard lid to find. It's an odd size, so you gotta use whatever you can come across. And the double safety. Pretty much any glass lidded jar with the bale wire still in good shape is definitely worth over $2. And Pacific Mason. I don't think I've ever seen one before. It's got that mark on the bottom from somewhere in Southern California, I think. And that one's got an odd top that's over 100 years old. I know these SRAM jars always turn purple. I've dug a number of these up, but of course they didn't have the lids. And I'm having to wash these because they've been sitting around for quite a while. And Corona from Canada. It's an odd lid. Hoping this one will turn purple. It just says premium, but it definitely looks like it's from about 1910. And another chef in a different variety. It's got a 1908 patent date on it, so I'm thinking it won't turn purple, but the other one is going to. Here's one I've never seen before. Then another Atlas 4-leaf clover in the huge half-gallon size. And another double safety. Just because it'll probably turn purple. And the new gem. That could turn purple too. Here's one I've never seen. And another Clyde. It's in a slug plate, so that's a good sign that it'll probably turn purple. AG Victory. Looks like it's going to turn purple. And the common lightning jar. You don't see that many in clear actually. Wonder if that's going to turn purple. The Kilner jar. Got the right lid on it at least. And another conserve jar in the smaller size. The other one's turning purple, so that one right there probably will too. Hadn't seen any of these lately. This lid looks way too clean for this jar that's obviously 110 years old. I know this is going to turn purple. Oh, here's an interesting one. Definitely looks old enough to turn purple, but not sure yet. And the last one. It's kind of got an odd top on there. Perfect seal. Well, there you have it. Got an instant jar collection.